Dr. Phil, seen here looking like he's seen hell, he knows it's real, and he can't wait to get there, was on Bill Maher yesterday talking about his ICE raids and got absolutely humiliated. Now, if you don't know, Dr. Phil started a TV network that was funded by the Christian network, and subsequently he declared bankruptcy for it. And I can't believe there was a bankruptcy declared when you had amazing content like this of Dr. Phil just harassing immigrants who were being illegally detained by ICE. They broadcast this shit.
What's your name?
Seda.
Seda what? Do you have a first and last name?
Sam.
Seda Sam?
Yes.
Where you from?
Where I was born or where I'm from?
Where you born?
Thailand.
You been deported before from the United States?
No.
Never been deported?
But I've been in the system before.
B&B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been charged with
Charge where?
before?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna talk to my lawyer.
Incredible. Multi-millionaire Dr. Phil harassing immigrants, just trying to create a better life for themselves. Now, here's a bit of that bankruptcy, and then we'll get into Dr. Phil finally getting what's deserved to him. So Dr. Phil's year-old cable network files for bankruptcy, accusing broadcast partner of reneging on obligations. Here's the important bit. The Chapter 11 bankruptcy declaration and lawsuit came just over a year after the joint cable venture's official launch. Dr. Phil launched the cable network despite the precarious state of the cable industry. Yeah. Really smart business guy. Cable is in decline, and you're like, I know what I need to do. Create a new cable network. That'll do the trick. Anyways, people have been cutting the cord in favor of streaming entertainment and digital news platforms. And as I've told you many times before, this YouTube channel here, because of you, is in the top 10 most watched liberal YouTube channels. And I believe we're the number 14 most watched overall, beating Megyn Kelly, beating Candace Owens, beating Ben Shapiro, beating Charlie Kirk, all because of you. Because of you, the truth is getting out there. And if you want the truth to go even further, you can hit like. And if you want to join the movement, hit subscribe. All right, onward. So the venture followed Dr. Phil's 21 season show, concluding in 2023. No one misses it. Merit Street's programming has included Dr. Phil's embed with ICE during immigration crackdowns by officers in Chicago. Again, I can't believe that didn't save cable news. And just after launching Merit Street, Dr. Phil told the New York Post he wanted the network to be a destination network that you could turn on in the morning and leave on. The man's living in the 1990s. All right, so Bill Maher, say what you will about him. He kind of just bitch smacked Dr. Phil on live TV. Here it is.
Why are you going on these ICE raids? I don't understand that. You're a guy who we know for so many years who has been working to put families together, to bring families who are apart and heal them. And now you're going on raids with people who are literally separating families. Explain that to me.
That's bullshit.
That's not bullshit. They're not separating families?
No. Look, if you arrest somebody that's a citizen that has committed a crime or is DUI with the child in the back seat, do you think they don't separate that family right then, right there?
But that's not what's going on.
Of course they do.
Of course,
but what you're talking about, I was hearing you in your monologue saying you've got these ICE agents with mask on.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you why they have their mask on. Because we actually have legislators who passed laws about immigration and funded those laws to be executed. They actually pay these agents to go out and do this, and now they're doxing them. They're putting their names,
yes, that's
their
wrong.
pictures, their addresses of their families on the internet. They're putting them on telephone poles. So, of course, they're wearing masks so they don't get outed, so people can do violence against their families. The negative actions against ICE agents are up 1,000% in the last several months. 130% violence against them. And why them? They didn't make the laws. They didn't make that law. They're just, what are you expecting to do? Just not do their job?
Oh, Dr. Phil didn't answer the question. And I got to tell you, Bill Maher kept going. He kept going. And here it is. It's beautiful.
The essays I've been on, I've seen the files. They've got a rap sheet, 12, 14 different cases long of child predators that they're taking off the street. These are the worst first that they're taking off the streets. Who would want them back in their community?
We all agree with that.
Dr. Phil, that was
No,
beautiful. Hold on.
hang on. Answer the question. Who wants those people back in there? These
No
are
one.
violent criminals.
I keep answering your questions, and you keep saying I'm not answering your question. Nobody wants that. But we all didn't want violent criminals and gangs, but that pivoted to going to Home Depot. You know, when Trump came down the first time from the escalator, he said, you know, the rapists and the criminals and some, I assume, are good people. The ones standing in front of Home Depot just looking for an honest day's work, for an honest day pay, those are the good people, I assume. There are some good, you know.
Dr. Phil, what happened to him? What happened to Dr. Phil? What is it with rich white men that they're not content with being rich and having access to literally any advantage life has to offer you? Why do you have to just go out of your way to make lives worse for people who are just trying to make an honest living? I mean, hats off to Bill Maher for handing that back to him, and he did not have an answer for it. Because why? Because people, when they get put into situations where they're not just being told yes and you're so great, they're kind of not practiced around actually arguing their case because they think they're just right, even though, as you can tell, they're not. Now, I just want to point out, too, that Dr. Phil is also being sued. He's being sued for that bankruptcy. Here is what the people who are suing him said. All evidence presently suggests that Philip C. McGraw, Dr. Phil, orchestrated this Chapter 11 case to avoid menacing litigation against PBR and Jumpstart Envoy Media Company, the people he worked with, a brand new media venture he founded the day before debtor filed this case. So Dr. Phil declared bankruptcy on his one company the day before, started a new company. It's very, very Trumpian. And so the debtor remains asset-free and clear of any legacy encumbrances. In other words, all the money he owed, he doesn't owe anymore, and he gets to just start this new company while someone else has to pay the bill. Sounds like someone I know with the last name Trump. It goes on to say, Dr. Phil cannot untangle themselves from this case, and this discovery PBR seeks, they're inextricably intertwined, participating in key conduct, and blah, 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 blah. There's very legalese stuff, but I got to say, it's not surprising that someone who is trying to make the lives worse for everyone is then making the lives worse for the people he goes into business with. It's kind of what you would expect from someone with that personality profile. Now, I want to end with this because can we just zoom in on the New York mayoral race for a second? Because I just think it's so interesting. It's not going to affect my life, but Andrew Cuomo is fighting for his political future, and he, when attacking Zoran Mamdani, who he's calling a Nepo baby, says, in case you forgot, I'm Andrew Cuomo, son of Mario, grandson of Andrea. Welcome to the heavyweight bout, Zoran. This is a two-man race. You look tired already. It's just the second round. Andrew, I don't think anyone should be talking about how anyone looks tired. You look like you have seen some things. And to call someone a Nepo baby when you're the son of the New York governor is just irony beyond irony. And another thing, too, is that Meghan McCain weighed in, who, among other things, called Andrew Cuomo entitled. And if anyone knows entitled, it's Meghan McCain. So we're going to keep following this. I think it's incredibly entertaining because Cuomo is just flailing. Zoran Mamdani is clearly going to win this thing, and let's just eat it up along the way. Andrew Cuomo could have just, he could have just bowed out, and people would have been like, all right, well, you didn't win this one. Maybe you can do something in the future. Instead, no, you've insisted on digging your own grave, and we're going to watch you dig. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.